Joining us right now is Semaphor's co-founder and editor-in-chief Ben Smith, who broke that story about Carlos Watson back in the fall of 2021 as a media columnist for the New York Times. It rocked the media universe at the time. And Ben, I'm curious if in the moment that you were reporting that then, you thought that today or yesterday would happen.
Honestly, I did. I mean, I think, that great interview, Carlos says that he thought it was just sloppy and stupid. And it is very hard to convict people, notoriously hard, of securities fraud. But this was so obviously illegal. And the FBI and YouTube and Google and Goldman Sachs were already talking to the FBI at that time. I'm sure the media coverage, encouraged prosecutors, as it always does. But it was very hard to see how they were going to get away with that.
One of the most fascinating aspects of just reading these stories in the past 24 hours was the idea that two of his colleagues effectively pled guilty just a couple of days ago as John Does. So people didn't even know it was happening, except a reporter at the Wall Street Journal apparently sat in and watched this happen. And it sounds like Carlos Watson didn't know it was happening at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, just great courthouse reporting from the Journal, Steve. It's real value in just having somebody sitting there in the Eastern District kind of waiting to see who comes through, right?
Is your sense that this was spurred by Goldman Sachs initially? I mean, your reporting early on was about this now infamous phone call where either Carlos Watson or it now sounds like his colleague pretended to be a YouTube executive claiming that they had a special distribution deal with YouTube when, in fact, they didn't. And they pretended that they were working at YouTube. How much of this do you think was instigated because of that phone call?
That phone call is certainly what opened it up. It was actually YouTube, not Goldman. The Google security team, I think, initially contacted the FBI. But to me, actually, one of the most amazing things, this isn't really in the reporting, but the way I first heard of this story was a source who was not an executive at any of these institutions. A number of very serious investors, people who watch it appear on this show, had invested in the company, had vouched for Carlos Watson. And the person who tipped me to it was a random outsider who had kind of wandered through the picture at one point and said, "This is crazy. This makes no sense." And it was kind of an emperor has no clothes thing that they were able to get this far, essentially by starting with Laurene Powell Jobs, having a series of very high-profile people kind of vouch for them in a way that the next sucker looked and said, "Look at this group of people. This must be legit."
That's what I was going to ask you. How do you think? I mean, is this another? We've talked about Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX and the idea that there's so many venture capitalists who just seem to glom onto this thing that now has this obviously imploded. Why do you think so many? I mean, is this just a situation of sheep? They look at one famous investor and say, "I want to be part of that." What do you?
I think it's two things. It is two things. Certainly, part of it is, well, look, if these guys are investing, it must be okay. The second, though, is that, and I think the indictment called him a con man, and what con men, are great at is sort of reflecting back at people what they want. And when this thing launched in 2014, what it was pitching was a youth-focused media company that wasn't this kind of divisive AOC progressivism, wasn't, anything far right. It was like kind of billionaire-friendly centrism. And that's what young people really wanted. And that was a very appealing idea. When the politics changed in the summer of 2020, it was pitching itself as a black-led media company committed to social justice and progressive causes. And its identity would sort of shift with the moment, but really very pitched toward what rich people and investors thought media ought to be like, which is kind of how they managed to pull this off for so long. When if you asked any consumer, anybody in media, nobody had ever seen this thing in the wild. And that's what's so amazing, actually.